Hello again, everyone. In this part, we're going to talk about JavaScript outputs, statements, whitespace, and comments. So we have 4 types of outputs that we can use in JavaScript. Here I have my HTML file, and here I'm going to use my script and write my JavaScript codes right here. And let's collapse our head tag right here, and here we can use our JavaScript. So the first thing that we can use is our innerHtml. And for that, we need to have some elements inside our body. For example, let's say here we have div1 ID for our div right here. And here in JavaScript, we can use this function that we used in the previous video to select our element. Here we use our document, and dot in programming language means we want something inside of document. So here we're going to use get element by ID, which means what we pass here inside of ID, which in this case is div1, search document for the element with the ID of div1, which is this div right here. And here we can use dot innerHtml, and here we can define whatever that we want, and that's the same thing that we can use right here. For example, here we write test word right here. You can see if I refresh, we have this test right there. But instead of here, we can pass that test right here, and you can see again we have this test right here too, and we can give this any value that we want. And of course, numbers, we can have anything we want to output. So this is our output 1. Then we have another method, which is document.write, which is going to add something that we pass here to our file. For example, let's say here we want to have output 2. Now you'll see we have this in the last of our document. So we have anything that we want right here. For example, lorem 50. You'll see we have all of these, and after all of this, we're going to have this output 2 right here. Another thing that we can have is our alert method. That here we can have our output actually 3. And if I refresh the page, you see this is this type of output that we can get. But the most common way and best way to do this is our console.log output. And here we can have our output 4 right here. And for seeing this inside of our web page, you need to right click on your web page, and here in inspect, if you come to this console part, you can see this output for printing right here. And if I refresh the page, you can see again we have this output 4 right here. Of course, we can have anything that we want right there. And if I remove this one and refresh the page, you can see that we have this output in our console. Computer programs are a list of instructions to be executed in a computer and do something. And in programming language, these programming instructions, which in this case, each line is one instruction, is called statement. So our JavaScript program is a list of program statements that they're going to run one by one. And those are the same as our JavaScript code. So whenever you hear the word of statement, it's the same as one comment or one instruction inside of our JavaScript code. But you might say that each line is one statement in our JavaScript. No, it's not right. Because you see now, if I have both of this in one line, it's not gonna work, and we don't have anything right here because our JavaScript code here has some error. But if I use my semicolon, you can see that we can have 2 statements only in one line. And of course, we can have this for all of our code. For example, if I have another semicolon here, you can see now we have 5 statements only in 2 lines. And we can have all of our outputs right here. And it doesn't matter how white space that you want to give to these code, it's going to run as it runs previously and give us all of the values. And another thing that you need to know here is your comments. What comments are is basically when we comment out some parts of our programming language or our code, it means that we don't want these lines to be executed. And it's the same as these lines are not exist. For commenting multiple lines in JavaScript, we use slash and star for the start and star and after that slash for ending our comment. Now you'll see these 3 lines are not going to be executed in our web page. And for single line commenting, you can use double slash before any line that you want. And here you can see now we don't have our alert anymore. Or let's say we want to remove and comment out our output method of 1. You can see that's not gonna be executed anymore. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.